Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Sunday, November 23, 2025. And in the news of this afternoon, cop among 4 arrested after goods and a gun seized in Clarendon. A police constable is one of 4 men who have been arrested after lawmen intercepted a vehicle along the Morgan's Pass main road in Clarendon on Sunday and seized the 3 goats, a prohibited weapon, and several other devices. The constable is assigned to the Specialized Operations Branch of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Reports are that around 3:50 a.m., lawmen intercepted a gray Toyota Probox motor car with the 4 men aboard, along with 3 goats. A subsequent search of the vehicle uncovered a Glock 19 pistol with 12 rounds of ammunition, a Samsung A3Q smartphone, an Apple laptop, an Infinity cell phone, and a 1-strap bag. All items were seized. No charges have been laid as yet. However, investigations continue. Black River Courthouse fate uncertain, says Chuck. There may be no saving the Black River Courthouse, according to Justice Minister Delroy Chuck. Unfortunately, we just have a look at the Black River. It was significantly damaged. The likelihood is that it will not be rehabilitated, Chuck told the news following a tour of Westmoreland and minutes before his tour of St. Elizabeth on Friday. While the Black River Courthouse suffered significant damage from Hurricane Melissa, Chuck said other halls of justice within the parish, such as Balaclava and the Santa Cruz, are in operation. In addition to St. Elizabeth, Melissa left a trail of devastation in 4 other parishes. One of these is Westmoreland, where the parish and the family courts lost their roofs, and Withorn Courthouse received minor damage. Meanwhile, circuit courts are being conducted in the Lucy Courthouse in Hanover, and the parish court matters are held approximately 3 days per week in Withorn, which is about 20 minutes away from Savannah Lamar. We have no doubt that the people of Westmoreland will continue to get justice services not only from the courts but also from the Justice Center, which is in operation at the old post office in Savannah Lamar. In terms of any matter to deal with justice that doesn't require court operation, the Justice Center is in operation, but court matters will be at Withorn and Lucy in Hanover, stated Chuck. The minister said the government is currently working to have the Westmoreland building repaired in the shortest possible time. Chuck said assessments have been done and hopefully a contractor will be employed soon to be able to replace the roof of the court. The resources are available and the key thing is to be able to get a contractor, hopefully under the emergency procurement. If we get that done shortly, then it will be a matter of months, hopefully within the first half of next year, for this court to be repaired, he explained. He noted that it is quite a historic building and we are not going to abandon it. It is necessary to ensure that it is properly renovated, improved, and then put back into operation, Chuck added. He was unable to provide the total cost to have the roof of the courthouse building in Westmoreland repaired. However, he noted that it is expected to cost hundreds of millions of dollars. Police probing death of man found on the bridge in Portmore. The body of a man was found under a bridge along Port Henderson Road in Portmore, St. Catherine on Saturday. The police report that they were alerted to the discovery around 9:30 a.m. A team was dispatched to the area and proceeded to a bridge in the vicinity of the Amanda Court apartment complex. The police say the body was found bleeding and bearing bruises. The scene was processed and the body removed. A post-mortem is to be conducted. The Bridgeport Criminal Investigation Branch is probing the matter. Structural and electrical blazes dominate the post-Hurricane Melissa calls to Jamaica Fire Brigade. Firefighters have been kept busy in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, responding to a wave of mainly structural and electrical fires, a high number of which were ignited on downed utility poles and from candles being used as a source of light. Fire Chief Stuart Beckford told the news in an interview that the reports are mainly from the hard-hit parishes Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, St. James, Trelawney and Hanover, which are struggling with debris, garbage piles, dry mountain ranges, and the downed utility poles following the history-making storms rampage. According to a situation report from the Jamaica Fire Brigade, firefighters responded to 143 calls from October 28, the day the Category 5 weather system made landfall in the western region of the country, to November 19, with 58 of them being structural fires and 34 being electrical or utility pole fires. There were also 25 landfill or rubbish fires, 17 bush fires, and 9 motor vehicle fires. 7 carbon monoxide related deaths due to fumes inhaled from generators were also recorded for the 3-week period. The JFB Commissioner noted that most reports of structural fires were from Westmoreland and the deep rural communities that are using candles as a source of light due to the absence of electricity and the downed utility poles that are also sparking fires. We are seeing instances in Westmoreland where those houses are quickly destroyed because they are made up of wood with zinc roofing, so once you have a fire starting in one of those homes, they are going to be destroyed quickly. 2 Wednesdays ago, we responded to 3 incidents involving house fires in Westmoreland. All 3 were destroyed, and there were neighboring properties that would have been impacted as a result of these fires, he told the news. Beckford urged the Jamaicans to exercise caution when using candles. Make sure that you don't place it near any flammable materials, meaning curtains, sheet sets, and tablecloths or paper. I know sometimes we have a lot of paper scattered about the place, and so on. Make sure we don't place it in close proximity. The rule of thumb is that you place it about 3 feet away from any of these materials, he urged. Secondly, put it in a container with some water at the base so that if it burns and burns down, then that water will extinguish it. If you don't have a container to put it in, you have to put it on a surface. Make sure you put it on a hard surface, not a wooden surface. Use a concrete surface, so if it burns out and burns down, then it won't cause a fire. Never in any circumstances go to bed with a candle burning. Make sure you put that candle out before you go to sleep, he cautioned. The fire chief further noted that, given the larger volume of debris left behind by the hurricane, Jamaicans have resorted to burning waste, which has also resulted in uncontrolled fires. If you have to burn, we recommend that you do so using a metal drum, punch some holes in it, and have a cover for it so that oxygen and wind can pass through to allow for the burning. It may take a little bit longer, but that is the fastest way. We recommend that you do it. Another way is to make sure that you package garbage, debris, and allow for the National Solid Waste Management Authority and other agencies that have been charged with the responsibility to help with the cleanup to cart these away instead of trying to burn them, said Beckford. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.